Hello, I'm Faria Ferdowsi. Welcome to my presentation. Today I'm here for describe about introduction of research methods and approaches in computing. And topic is survey research, which is very important and valuable for research method. So this is our pair work. My team member is Samina Yasmin and I'm Faria Ferdowsi. Basic introduction. Survey research is a method used to collect data from a sample of individuals using standardized questionnaires. And survey research is an approach which is utilized public opinion polling to understand attitudes, opinions, behaviors, and characteristics of a target population. It also widely used in social science research, market research, and so on. The main features and procedures of survey research. Survey research is a popular research method used to collect data from a sample population using a questionnaire or survey instrument. The main features of survey research include its ability to gather information out of numerous participants in a cost-effective and efficient technique. The main feature and procedures of survey research include standardization, statistical analysis, sampling or objective data collection, large-scale data collection, etc. Now I will discuss about assumptions of survey research. First of all, I would like to say representative sample. Survey research assumes that the sample of participants is representative of the population being studied. This means that the sample should include individuals who are similar in key characteristics to the larger population. For example, age, gender, socioeconomic status. And the second one is valid and reliable measurement. Survey research assumes that the measures used to assess construct of interest are valid and reliable. The third one is truthful responses. Survey research assumes that participants will provide honest and accurate responses to survey questions. However, participants may be influenced by social desirability bias or by the factors that could affect their responses. The fourth one is clear communication. Survey research assumes that participants understand the questions being asked and are able to provide clear responses. If questions are confusing, then participants may not provide accurate responses. Okay, finally, ethical considerations. Survey research assumes that ethical considerations have been taken into account, including obtaining informed consent from participants, protecting their privacy and confidentiality, and avoiding any harm or discomfort that could result from participation. Okay, let's discuss about strength of survey research. Firstly, large sample size. Survey research can reach a large number of participants, allowing for generalization to larger population. Standardization. Surveys are standardized questions and response options, allowing for comparability across participants and studies. Cost effectiveness. Surveys are generally less expensive than other research methods, for example, experiments or observational studies. And flexibility. Surveys can be conducted through a variety of modes like online, phone, mail, allowing researchers to reach diverse population and accommodate participant preferences. And fifth one is confidentiality. Surveys can be conducted anonymously, which may increase the likelihood of honest responses and minimize social desirability bias. A wide range of applications. So, surveys can be used to study a variety of topics, including attitudes, behavior, beliefs, and experiences. Now, I would like to discuss about limitations of survey research. Firstly, response rates. Low response rates can be a challenge in survey research as they can lead to non-representative samples and potential biases in the data. Self-selection bias. Survey research relies on voluntary participation, which may lead to self-selection bias. Thirdly, social desirability bias. Participants may provide responses that are socially desirable or expected rather than truthful or accurate. Limited depth of understanding. Surveys often rely on closed-ended questions and predetermined response options, which can limit the depth of understanding that can be gained from participants. Difficulty measuring complex contracts. Some contracts of interest may be difficult to measure through survey research, such as emotions or motivations. Lack of context. Survey research may not provide the context necessary to fully understand the responses of participants. Now, let's talk about possible weakness of survey research. Limited validity. Survey research may suffer from low validity due to response biases, such as social desirability bias or non-response bias. Limited reliability. The reliability of survey research may be affected by factors such as the quality of the survey instrument or the consistency of the respondents. Then, limited generalizability. The generalizability of survey research may be limited if the sample is not representative of the target population. Limited ability to establish causality. Here, survey research may not be able to establish causality as it is often correlational in nature. The fifth one is limited ability to capture complex phenomena. Survey research may not be able to capture complex phenomena. Finally, limited ability to account for context. Survey research may not be able to account for the context in which respondents are answering questions, which may impact the validity of responses. Finally, if I would like to share a concrete example, then I would say a study titled which is Mental Health in the Workplace surveyed employees in various industries to assess their experiences and perceptions of mental health in the workplace. The survey asked questions about workplace culture, work related stress, or attitudes toward mental health and access to mental health resources, and so on. The information gathered through the survey and analyzed to observe patterns and trends in respondents' answers, which could help inform workplace policies and interventions to support employee mental health. So that was my presentation, and here all of references from where we gather all information about survey research. So thank you.